What's up, everybody? My name is Jalen Gillis. You may know me from Centex Sports Network. We're starting a new platform, Recruit 254. Our mission is to highlight the amazing student athletes of 254. So if you're in the Waco, Killeen, Temple, Mart, Marlin, or any surrounding 254 areas, follow this platform and join the movement. Recruit 254. 254, let's run it up.
My name is Debbie Kimbrell. I am the administrative assistant here at Anderson Chapel.
Primetime. I am your host, Jalen Gillis, getting ready to bring you through the primetime topics in sports, not just here in the Central Texas area, but from all around the nation. We want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here today on Centex Primetime. Whether you're watching with us over on YouTube, Centex Sports Network / Centex Sports TV, or if you're watching with us on Facebook, Centex Sports TV, or you can also watch on the website, centexsportsnetwork.com. That is centexsportsnetwork.com. Make sure you guys go on there, get subscribed, free subscription to sign up. Just need your name and your email, and you can catch all of our content on there live and post as well. Well, folks, we got plenty to talk about here today as we're going to round off what's been a really fun week on the show so far this week, as we're going to talk about the 4th of July is tomorrow. Hope you already got your stuff picked out. We got plenty of rain today. Don't know if it's going to rain or not tomorrow, but hopefully we got enough today to cool it off a little bit. If y'all were grilling, you couldn't get started yet because the rain still going pretty heavy. But we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about the NBA free agency. The Lakers make a big signing. Is that going to be enough for them to make any noise in the Western Conference? We'll talk about that. We'll talk some NFL today, past and present. Talk about some QBs we like going into next year, and we'll also talk about some old QBs and how do we rank them. And as always, we got to do some quick takes, talk about hot topics going on around the world of sports. So we'll jump right into it. Joining me today on the show, folks, we got a familiar face and voice to the show, Mr. Kyrell Gibson, joining in with us here today. Kyrell, what's going on?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? Another beautiful day. Happy birthday, America. And all that good stuff.
Hey, man, I don't know if you plan on watching what's the boy Joey Chestnut or not, man. The 4th of July is his holiday. He puts on a show, I guess you could call it, for the hot dog eating contest. Can they? I wonder, can they change that to something else, or is it have to be hot dogs? Is that just the most American food that we have?
Bro, that is the most disgusting event that's ever been televised on TV, bro. Oh my goodness, it's horrible to watch.
We've been talking about it all week, and everyone says the same thing. Nobody can sit through it and watch it. I can't watch it. As soon as he dips the hot dog in the water, I have to turn it off, man. That's just another level, man, that I'm not prepared for. I just want to know, why is hot dogs the most American thing we have? Is there nothing else? They can have a burger eating wings. Ain't wings pretty American? Couldn't have a wing eating contest?
You know who that's for, man? You know who that's for? That's for people. The hot dog eating contest for people that dip their hot dog in beer. That's for
man.
y'all.
I seen that dude at the Yankees. Nah, that's just New York. I can't put that on multiple people. I've only seen that guy do that on that video. That's diabolical. That's probably the most New York thing I ever seen. Maybe the most Yankees thing I ever seen. Somebody dipping a hot dog in a beer. That's crazy. But yeah, I think they should change it up, man. Put wings or something. What about a smoothie drinking contest? Is there nothing else? Is there only hot dogs to see who the superior guy is? So hopefully they'll change that up. I've been asking everybody throughout the week, man, what's your 4th of July must-haves or traditions when you think about the 4th of July? Everyone on here said at least one same thing, and that's barbecue. I think that's got to be a must-have. That wasn't really my only one I had for must-haves on 4th of July. What's some of your must-have or go-tos for the 4th?
I ain't gonna lie, mine is kind of crazy. But
it's already started bad.
It's got to be potato salad for me, bro.
Oh, no. Hey, Rocky said that too, so you're not off. You're not all the way off.
Oh, okay, bet.
I'm not with you. I'm not a potato salad guy, man. I don't get it. I don't understand what it is. Is it potatoes or is it salad? So I don't eat it because it doesn't really make sense to me. So I tend to stay away from it. But as long as we got the barbecue out, PJ yesterday said make sure that we do other type of links and it's not just hot dogs out there for 4th of July. As long as there's barbecue out there, some ribs would be cool. Pork chops is cool. Rocky said AC. I think that's a big one. That should be up high on everybody's list, trying to cool back off. And another one I said was something just to get rid of the flies. I don't know if the flies like just spawn out of the ground on the 4th of July, and we get like a new batch of flies for the potato salad and for the barbecue. I don't know how that happens where it's just way more flies. But can we do something about the flies? That's one of my only asks.
I tell you what, bro.
Yeah,
I might be collabing with Top Golf, man. I might be collabing with Top Golf for the July. But I tell you what, I ain't never seen a fly hit Top Golf ever, bro. I don't know how they do it, man, but it's never bugs out there.
Does it rain? I've never seen it on anybody's story or anything where it's raining the top. Like they got climate control in there. They have something to get rid of bugs. Just give you the perfect environment,
bro.
Yeah, they got a whole nother ecosystem. They just put in a Top Golf so you can spend $80 to hit 2 golf balls. So I guess you might as well get the flies killed and all that other stuff. But yeah, those are some of my go-to and staples for 4th. I've been asking everybody that. What's some of those things that you have to have for the 4th of July? I'm glad nobody said hot dogs. I guess that's just a Joey Chestnut dude. I don't get it. I really need to host like some type of petition or something, or have everybody come together. Why is the hot dog the only contest that they can eat? Is there nothing else? Is pizza? That's not. I guess that's Italian. I don't know, but we got to find something else to do because that's unwatchable. Yesterday, I knew no sports was on TV because the 30 for 30 was on about the hot dog eaters. I was like, this is crazy. Like, what type?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. When you said Joey Chestnut, I was super confused until you mentioned hot dog, and I saw him immediately. I was like, oh, this is not. I said, Joey.
He looks like that dude from the Practical Jokers. That's I get them two mixed up.
No, facts. He definitely. What is that dude's name?
Oh no,
bro. That show got me through some broke times, man. God,
I'm telling you. Shout out to Practical Jokers. But yeah, man, 4th, let's hurry up and get these eater hot dog 30 for 30s off TV. That's crazy, man. Put the Reggie Miller one back on or something. Like, I did not expect to see that when I turned on ESPN. And some of it had to be translated. One dude didn't even speak English. I said, this is an international glizzy eater. This is crazy. I didn't know what was I didn't know exactly what was going on, but happy 4th of July to everybody out there.
Conventions.
Yeah, bro. What was that? I don't know what was going on with that, but yeah.
That's their favorite hobby, bro.
How did you? I've been asking. How did you know that you get good at that? Like, how did you know that was your undiscovered hidden talent? Like, yeah, I know what I'll do on 4th of July for the next 20 years of my life. Like, come on, man. We got to change it to wings or something else. It's getting out of control. We've seen enough. No more hot dogs being dipped in a pitcher of water. Also, in other news, folks, on the 4th of July, it's always free agency time in the NBA. Teams are positioning themselves to make a run at it next year. No particular favorite outside of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who just won the championship. Outside of that, the Eastern Conference Finals could look completely different, and the Western Conference Finals could look completely different. So these different teams have been making moves. Obviously, I've talked about my Rockets all week and the moves that I like they made. I want to talk about a couple of other teams and just bring up some teams that have had a good offseason and that haven't had such a good offseason. One of them, I'll give a couple of teams that I like that's had a good offseason to start it off, and then cover. I'll let you do a couple as well. One of them I like was the Atlanta Hawks. I think the Atlanta Hawks have done a pretty decent job so far in this offseason on picking up some guys that can help their team and contribute to the team right away. I think the Denver Nuggets have done a great job, probably right up there with the Rockets as far as having a really, really good offseason. They added Cam Johnson for Michael Porter Jr., which I think was a great trade because Michael Porter Jr. hadn't done anything in like 2 years. Jonas Valanciunas was a huge pickup. This entire Jokic run, they've never had a backup center. I mean, DeAndre Jordan was there sometimes, but he'll play 2 or 3 minutes in a game maybe. Most of the time it's Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. playing backup 5. And then, obviously, the Houston Rockets adding Kevin Durant, but then also adding Dorian Finney-Smith, taking them away from the Lakers, adding Clint Capella, and re-signing everybody. Fred VanVleet got a new deal. Jabari Smith Jr. got a new deal. Steven Adams got a new deal. Ime Udoka got a new deal. They re-signed the entire bench. Jayshawn Tate, Jeff Green, Aaron Holiday all got 1-year deals. And then they bring in a couple of guys that can help out along with the young pieces that's already there, like Aman Thompson, Cam Whitmore. So I really love what the Rockets have done as well. What are some teams you've liked so far as far as player movement in this NBA offseason?
Yeah, my number one is probably Denver, bro.
Yeah.
I think Valanciunas is a major upgrade over DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
It might sound crazy for some people, anybody listening, bro, but last season I've actually seen Valanciunas take over games multiple times. Right?
Throughout his
As
career,
crazy
we've
as
seen
that
that.
sounds.
Yeah.
Bro, but I'm talking about as recently as last season, bro. I've witnessed like 10 straight against the Mavericks, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely an upgrade where DeAndre Jordan, he probably can give you a position because, you know what I'm saying, he's dominant. You know what I'm saying? He kind of he do his job, bro. I'm not gonna slight DeAndre, but he's just not balancing at this point.
Not
Um,
even close.
but yeah, man, you're totally right. Like Denver's never had a backup center that run. With the type of player Jokic is, like it would be nice to get him some relief, that he can actually sit on the bench for a little bit. And then getting rid of Michael Porter Jr. for somebody that I feel like it kind of has the same mindset, but has more to their game, in my opinion.
I agree.
And it's more and it's kind of more consistent too. So
Better
at this
defender.
point, I know Michael Porter, yeah, better defender too. Um, so yeah, I would say I like what Atlanta did as well. I mean, depends on what's going on with old Porzingis over there, but
Yeah.
Tink, what they call him, man, Tingus or something. Like,
He got some type of
that's a
unlocked
crazy
disease
nickname, bro.
that they can't identify or
Man,
something. I don't know what's going on with that guy.
hey, we can't talk about that, man. We just gonna let it be. 'Cause we know what it is, bro. Hey, but we just gonna let it be, man. Because how does he go for it? Who did he go for?
Pretty much nobody. I think there was some cash considerations, pretty much, and maybe some second round
that's
picks.
crazy, bro. He's a season removed from like dominating in the finals, bro.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a crazy. I do like Atlanta, but if he gets back to where he was, man. But I would say the winner so far is Denver and definitely Houston too. Like, feel like y'all got rid of a problem child. It's so crazy, bro. Just looking at his career. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make Detroit. I'm gonna make Detroit regret passing on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Welcome to Phoenix, my boy.
No,
That
is crazy.
And I truly believe that like the Rockets have like the best, like they on paper and just idealistically they are constructing very well. They have everybody there for a role. You got Agent KD and a bunch of athletic, like versatile scorers around him, and then you got a vet. Did Van Vliet leave?
Van Vliet, no, he's there. We re-signed him. Re-signed him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Van Vliet and we got a veteran in Van Vliet at the guard. And then you got like a sole kind of other person you can throw the ball to when you don't need to throw it to KD, when you're not throwing it to KD every possession, Sengun. I really like that.
Yeah.
Athletes, Sengun, Van Vliet. Like I do like that lineup. I think it's going like y'all are, I hate OKC, bro. So that might be my pick for WCF with my Mavericks, man. So yeah, man. Denver and Houston. The Atlanta, and I gotta see what's going on with Phoenix, man.
Yeah, if he plays, that's gonna end up being a huge pickup, and then them also getting the Pelicans pick for next year's draft, which could easily be the number one pick in the draft because they just got Jordan Poole. So no one expects them to be good. I have no idea why they traded away the number one pick, but yeah, picking that one up too as well. Been a solid offseason. I think Alexander Walker is a huge pickup for them. Luke Kennard bringing in another shooter to go along with Zachary Risache. And I'm trying to think of Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson was probably one of the biggest surprises last season. He's really solidified himself as a go-to number two. I mean, they got rid of John Collins for him. And John Collins is solid. And they got rid of John Collins because they seen the progression of Jalen Johnson. So I like what the Hawks have done. A couple of that I don't like what they have done so far. One of them, and this is, not surprising, but some people wouldn't put it up there as much, but I think the Utah Jazz, I have no idea what they're doing. They have Ace Bailey. They trade Colin Sexton. They got Keontae George. They have Laurie Marketing. They still got Walker Kessler. I don't know if they're trying to tank to get A.J. DeBanster next year and solidify the ultimate collusion job of all time for A.J. DeBanster going to BYU and high school in Utah and then getting drafted by the Jazz. That would be ridiculous. But I don't know what direction this team is going into whatsoever. The other one is the New Orleans Pelicans, which I was just talking about. Another team No idea. I think they have too many good players to get the number 1 pick, but they don't have enough good players to make the playoffs, which is a terrible position to be in. If Zion Williamson plays, I was thinking the other day, Zion, when he's playing, reminds me of not just his style of play, but really just scoring at ease of Amari Stoudemire when he first came into the league. In his first 4 or 5 years, he was giving everybody the bit. I mean, we watched him give Tim Duncan 40-something in the playoffs. The difference is Amari
Definitely
Stoudemire.
a budding superstar.
Yeah, Amari Stoudemire was unstoppable. He just had health on his side for one, and he had Steve Nash as well. Zion Williamson doesn't have a Steve Nash, but he's that same type of score. There's nothing anybody can do when Zion is healthy. Nothing. Only thing that's taking him out is actual food. Like, no player is taking him out. He can score on anybody. He's a playmaker. He's added a little bit of shooting to his game. He just can't stay healthy. So I'm expecting him to miss another 40 games next year, meaning we're going to see Jordan Poole as the lead guard. They drafted Jeremiah Fears, who I like, but I hate a backcourt with Jeremiah Fears and Jordan Poole. That sounds – no one else is going to touch the ball. It's going to be first – whoever touches the ball first is going to be who's going to shoot. They've got a lot of great players that can help other teams, so I don't know if it's going to be, we get around midseason and we see a fire sale from them. I don't know what direction they're going. Then they trade their pick for next year, knowing that they're going to be terrible. And you still trade your pick for next year. So I have no idea what the New Orleans Pelicans are doing. Those are two that I haven't liked so far. What are a couple that teams that you haven't liked their offseason so far?
Man, the Lakers
Yes.
and who else, bro? This might be controversial, but I don't like the direction Milwaukee's going.
I don't think it's controversial. I hate the direction they're going too.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, bro. I think I'm gonna start with Milwaukee, man. Like, hey, I'm big ups to Miles Turner, bro. But nah, like that ain't. I mean, I guess he's gonna be a good player, bro, for them and what I just don't think that was a move, man. I think now is the highest value you probably gonna get for Giannis, bro. And I think we could have really ate up that trading that this year. I don't think Giannis is winning next year, bro. I just don't think he's gonna be able to do it unless y'all make another move. Now, if y'all pair somebody else with Miles Turner, Giannis, but it's gotta be a star, though. And I don't think y'all gonna be able to get that. So just blow it up now. Like, they was talking about the second pick. They was talking about some crazy stuff in the Giannis packages, bro. And I'm like, you don't get a better restart than that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion, though. I know some people probably don't think, hey, bro, we just saw last year, like, Luka. Yeah, I know Giannis is even bigger level than Luka when it comes to homegrown, but, bro, Luka, it can happen, bro. And the all you can get, just say what you want, man. We still got AD, bro, man. If AD's healthy, it's not too many players that's a player that you would want to have go up against any star. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, all right, I like my chances, if he's healthy. You're not feeling worse for the wear. You're not scared of nobody coming into your arena, really, bro. But at the end, also the Lakers, y'all signed the number 1 pick, and y'all happy about it. So I get it, bro. Like, he's a former number 1 pick, and he did turn it on in like the last 20 games this season. He turned it on. But where he didn't turn it on it? Defense. He's a cone, bro. He's a cone. And y'all not getting better on defense at all. Y'all lost Dodo. Y'all traded away Dodo. Y'all lost, and y'all signing Ayton. Like, yeah, he's gonna be a lot better, but that wasn't really the type of lot better I was talking about, bro. He's stiff. You need a jumper, and you need somebody that can block shots when LeBron and Luka play Olay defense, because they're gonna play Olay defense after a while, bro, and it's gonna be a straight lane to the goal. You have to have a Derek Lively or just a high jumping shot blocker, bro, back there, because it's gonna be a lot. You're gonna need shot blocking. DeAndre Ayton he can block shots, bro, but he's not no shot deterror, though. You know what I'm saying?
He's not an anchor on your defense.
Yeah. Right. So I don't like that move, bro. I actually felt much better about Clint Capella possibly going there. But that's just me. So I don't think you needed Ayton scoring.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with the Lakers is Rob Pelinka cannot close any deals. I don't know what his deal is, why he can't close on any deals. How do you let Clint Capella – the deal that Clint Capella got signed on is a couple million over the vet minimum per year. He signed a 3-year, $21 million deal with the Rockets. That's almost $7 million a year. I think the minimum is what, 4 or 5. So come on, man. How did y'all not make that deal? And knowing he was going to be a starter, you let him get to the Rockets.
No, seriously,
you miss
that's
out
terrible.
on Brook Lopez. You miss out on all the guys that were circled. You missed out on. I mean, Miles Turner. No one knew he wanted to lead the Pacers, but y'all didn't even try to figure it out. He leaves and goes to Milwaukee, the team that they hate. I'm pretty sure he would have loved to go live in L.A. and play with them. He would have been a better shot blocker. I like Ayton.
Yeah, he's an LA dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he fits in. He build Legos and stuff. He can get one of them houses on the beach somewhere. He can be weird.
He got
out
that
there.
Michael B. Jordan dreads. You know,
Yeah.
he got the Wakanda dreads. I know he did that when he came out. I know he did. I know he had it.
And then he built the Black Panther with the Legos probably after that. And hung it up in the room. No, but there's so many options they could have gotten. Ayton was the best move at that point. So them signing Ayton is a good deal because there's nobody left. But all the points you just brought up are valid. He's not a good defender at all. Just because he's blocking shots because he's tall, not because he's a good defender.
Yeah.
He's not a good defender whatsoever. I'm already dreading looking at him and Luka in a pick and roll action. That is.
Bro, when I text y'all about LeBron, I was hoping that he was actually leaving because this is going to be a terrible situation for Luka and LeBron, bro.
Yeah, terrible. Horrible situation. Why can't Rob Pelinka build a team?
He's actually
I don't
terrible,
get that.
bro.
I was saying it before the Luka trade. I said he needs to get fired because he's not good. Then he traded for Luka. Everybody got happy, and he signed an extension. But he's never done anything good. LeBron, Magic Johnson brought LeBron to the Lakers. LeBron brought AD to the Lakers. Rob Pelinka has actually done nothing but blow up a championship team. That's the only thing he's responsible for doing. They had a championship team that probably could have won at least two, but possibly 3. And he broke it up for no reason. That team was built perfectly for LeBron and AD. They dismantled the team, made a bunch of dumb trades, the stuff that did not work. Now we're looking at this. Okay, you get Ayton, but who else? How do you lose Dorian Finney-Smith? He was outside of Luka and LeBron, he was the most important player to your team in the playoffs last year over Austin Reeves. And somehow you let him walk, then you miss out on Capella. I don't know what they're doing. I'm agreeing with you.
They're not going to be able to guard anybody, bro.
Nobody. Like, I don't know if they're not getting guys on the vet minimum. Like, where are the vet minimum guys at? Y'all need to call Patrick Beverly at this point. Like, y'all need somebody that can just play defense. Anybody. Y'all have there's not one defender on this roster right now besides Vando, who might play 20 games.
I forgot about Dodo. Like, I know I mentioned Dodo, but I was seeing the lineup, I was actually forgetting that Dodo wasn't there. But I knew he left. Oh, my goodness.
It's bad.
They're not going to be able to guard anybody. That's terrible.
Right now, their starting lineup is going to look like Luka, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. They can't guard a soul. There's not one team in the NBA they can guard. Not one. And then as soon as you start losing people, you say, all right, let's go get Jake LaRavia. Like, what is going on?
This is the farewell tour. This is the farewell tour, for sure.
We seen it happen with Kobe. I thought this wouldn't happen with him.
Actually.
No, he can't.
He can't because of Luka. Like, he can't announce it because you have Luka. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you had a shot." You know what I'm saying? You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Luka wasn't there, say Luka get injured, he can be like, "Yeah, this is my farewell tour." But he ain't gonna say it. But this is definitely the farewell tour, low key.
I still think he's gonna do 2 more years. I think he's gonna do this year, and then the next year he's gonna announce it and make a big deal about it, and then they're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. That's just but he could do it this year. One, because this is year 23 for him, I think. So, that's already, he might do it just based off of that. But then looking at this Lakers roster, I would retire. Like, this is bad.
Bro, he should do it right now. He should do it right now.
This is bad.
Today.
We're going to go in with these expectations, and just so everybody, Stephen A. can come on and say, oh, LeBron can't get it done. He's not good enough to get it. Like, there's no reason that you should even have to go through that, bro. This team stinks.
Pass, bro.
This team stinks.
Just ride off into the sunset, averaging 25, bro. Like, bro, come on, bro. You cool. And this is going to be bad. That's either he's not going to, he's going to do 2 more years, or they're going to stink, and he's going to retire. Like, he's going to announce it at the All-Star break. or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, because this is bad. He's not sticking around for this for 2 more years. Rich Paul already came out and said he wants to try to get a championship contender, and they said, bet. We're going to get Jake LaRavia and DeAndre Ayton. Like, I don't know if they're a top 5 team in the West right now with the way this roster
It's
is.
either that. The only way I see them being good is if, like, this is, Nico ends up being wrong and Luka turns in, like, loses a bunch of weight, comes back fit, and averages 40. You know what I'm saying? That's the only
I
way
think
I
he
see
still might do that, and they still might win 43 games. Like, that's the problem. They can't guard anybody. So it doesn't even matter. They're going to get the 7th. They're going to get the 7th seed. They're going to play somebody like the Rockets or the Thunder or the Mavs. They're going to get smacked because they can't guard anybody. So I don't know what the Lakers are going to do. I don't know what LeBron is going to do. All I know is Rob Pelinka's got to go. He's terrible. They got a new owner, Walter Beck. He loves spending money. Hopefully he sees that Rob Pelinka is not the guy. Maybe he was just Kobe's agent. Maybe we should have just left him as Kobe's agent. Like, the Buss family was not only the poorest family in the NBA, so they couldn't spend money to even get people, so they had to get their homeboys because they didn't have no money. But then on top of that, they give their homeboys jobs. Like, they don't. Like, come on, man, it's bad. The Lakers don't have much to look forward to. I'm not gonna lie. If this is the end of it, because I haven't seen them make any more deals or them been linked to anybody else. I think I knew they were gonna get Ayton, but I haven't seen them linked to anybody else. What are they gonna do for defense? If it stays like this, Lakers fans, you do not have anything to look forward to. I don't know what's going to happen or who they should go out and sign. I'm trying to think of some free agents that are, two-way guys. They need two-way players. They got plenty of ball handlers with Austin Reeves and Luka and LeBron. They don't have any two-way guys, though. Gabe Vincent can't come back to this team. If Gabe Vincent comes back in the start, you're losing. Because at this point, he's your sixth man. Like, you're gonna get smacked.
It's gonna be bad.
That's bad, man. But
but those are my two, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. I agree. The Lakers, I can't disagree with that one at all. I hate most of their offseason moves. Ayton was an upgrade, I guess, from nothing, but it's still not enough to be able to get the job done. The New York Knicks, a team that have also made some decent offseason moves. I like them going and getting Jordan Clarkson. It's a guy I said they should have traded for last year at the trade deadline because they needed scoring off the bench. They do end up signing him. They get Gerson Yabusele, who is actually a decent role player to come off the bench. They're trying to build a bench. The Knicks keep losing because they don't have a bench. They're trying to build a bench, and that's cool. Now they are expected to sign Mike Brown as their next head coach to be the coach of the New York Knicks after firing Tom Thibodeau last year. They hire Mike Brown. Well, they haven't done it yet, but they're expected to. Mike Brown, a two-time coach of the year, has a 454 and 304 record, so he's got a winning record overall. He's been to NBA Finals with LeBron in 2007. He's got coaching experience. I'm not sure how much better he is of a coach than Tom Thibodeau. You fire Tom Thibodeau, he just gets to the Eastern Conference Finals. Then you bring in Mike Brown. Is he expected to do now what? Get to the finals? Or he's fired? Or what is going on there? So what do you think about the Mike Brown signing for the New York Knicks? Oh, I think yours is on mute, Kyrell.
Oh, so sorry.
No,
first of all, let me answer this question for me. Was the Kings teams better than this Knicks teams, or vice versa?
No.
Who you taking?
The Knicks.
The Knicks?
If I'm saying which team was better last year with Mike Brown? Yeah, the Knicks.
Okay. All right. I mean, bro, like, I'm not a big fan of recycling coaches, period. So, like, I think, you got all these guys that went to Villanova. This is my GM. I'm going to get me a outstanding college coach. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. A billiard mind in a college, at the college level. Well, I'm at least building a staff around somebody much older. I don't know, bro. Like, somebody with a college background. That ain't got to be a college coach. This is a college background. This will kind of fit the culture. I'm not a big fan of Mike Brown, bro. Like, I think, is he the coach responsible for starting Big Wallace and Ilgauskas next to each other in the playoff?
Yes, that is him.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Mike Brown, bro. Okay, cool. I was actually more excited about the Don Staley stuff, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I
You
seen it.
know, people say what they want, but hey, that's interesting, you know. But
Man, Don
yeah,
Staley been
I
cussing him
think
out. She's not going out there to play with some eggs. She is good where she at, making millions and winning.
X, that's true, that's true. But yeah, man, I'm not a fan, bro. I
I'm
have to say I'm not a fan. Like, I don't know who they could have hired though. So,
I'm. Why do you think Mike Malone didn't work? Do you think he didn't want to do it? Do you think they didn't want to do it? He's from New York. He's a champion, and he's not a coach right now.
wow, I think that's more makes more sense than
Then Mike.
nah, actually I don't know. I don't know, bro. I mean, he's close to he's won the finals. I gotta give him credit for that. Yeah, I guess yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't call him first unless he was just
He
I
he
can't
he must have
imagine a
he
coach
must
not
have
want to
said
coach this
no.
team.
Well,
But
it's
why though?
but look
Like
at the
this is a perfect
expectation.
team
They
for a coach to come into.
Tom Thibodeau just went to these conference
Um,
finals and they fired him. So what are you supposed to do
right,
when you come in here? Win the championship or you're
right.
fired? Like, I don't, I don't,
Mm,
I don't get that part of it. I think the Knicks have just gotten their own way. Their main problem with firing Tom Thibodeau is they didn't have a plan. They fired Tom Thibodeau and said, "All right, let's go try to hire Jason Kidd or Ime Udoka, who's currently coaching somebody already." So if that's your plan, that was an
okay.
absolutely horrible plan. That didn't make any sense. Multiple things have to go through for that to happen. The coach has to not want to be there. You have to trade for those guys. The organization has to be cool with the coach leaving. Like there's multiple factors that go into it. They haven't. They didn't get any of those. They end up getting Mike Brown, who, like I said, has got a winning record. I think he had one really good year with the Sacramento Kings. That year they lost to the Warriors in the first round. I think that went to 7 games. And then obviously it's time with LeBron. I mean, I think that was LeBron. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he's responsible for them winning 60 something games that year. Like that was LeBron. That roster was nasty, and some of his lineups that he threw out there, like you pointed out, were pretty nasty. We did see lineups with Ben Wallace and Ilgauskas, with Sasha Pavlovich starting at the two. We did see those lineups, so he is responsible for those as well. But the New York Knicks find their new coach, finally in their coaching search, hiring Mike Brown to make him the next head coach of the New York Knicks. Will that make them better? I think we have to wait and see on that to be able to determine will he get better or not. Before we move off to NBA, Damian Lillard. We all know he got waived by the Milwaukee Bucks. You talked about it a little bit earlier. Do you think a team should pick up Dame, and how soon should they pick up Dame? I think yours is back on mute.
What do you buy? I'm sorry, man. What
No,
do you
no, you
buy in one
good.
year, 2 years?
Who is that?
Dame.
Yeah,
Like, what are you buying when you pick up Dame?
he's what 35 right now. He's gonna be out this year, so he's gonna be 35, 36 when he gets back. I mean, maybe what 2 years? 2 years of Damian Lillard after
Yeah,
post Achilles injury.
post this year,
Yeah, because
right?
this year I don't think he's gonna play. Yeah, so he might have
Right.
2 years left after that, if I had to guess.
Was he? I mean, is this a buy? It's okay, so they waived him, so that's a
No,
buyout
it's a
situation, right?
buyout. Yeah, they bought his contract out. They instead of getting 50 million for the next 2 years, he's gonna get 23 million for the next 5 years.
What you think he's signing for? Like,
Man, I mean, you should probably get you could easily get him on a $20 million deal. I mean, it depends when they sign him. If it's during the
20
season,
million.
if it's during the season, he ain't gonna get that. If it's during the season, he's gonna be the minimum, the mid level exception or something, $5-6 million.
Okay.
If it's after the season, if teams wait that long, then he can sign whatever.
Yeah, that could be if I'm OKC, that might be something that if I can like you know what I'm saying, a team like in that a position like that,
They'd be
like
cheating if they did that. But no, that is a good point though,
bro,
because you could just pick him
that
up
would
and just
set
sit him on
that
the
would
bench.
set yeah, and like that would shut everything down. You know what I'm saying? You now you might have a you pretty much securing a chance for the dynasty if you come back. You know what I'm saying?
That would be
All
crazy.
you gotta do is it would be crazy, bro, but it's a power move. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? That's what Golden State did, man. Like just killer, just cutthroat moves, bro. Like I don't care what y'all think. This is my GM. um, we finna win some championships. Nah, bro. I don't. Yeah, I think you do it if you're in a position, if you know you're going to be in a position to win over the next few years. I would have to say I'm doing that, you know. But it's got to be for that. It's got to be for the low, man. Because I also believe as well. It's hard for me to kind of pick a side because I also believe that Damian Lillard should just retire now.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be mad at him for doing it. He's made a lot of money. I mean, like a lot of money. So the money part doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's a top 75 player. He already made the top 75. It's not much more he's
Mm,
going to add on to his career, and besides winning the ring. But he know that's not happening in Milwaukee. From the reports, he was actually excited that he got let go by the Milwaukee Bucks, so that he can be a free agent for the first time in his career. So that what makes me believe he wants to come back. I think he wants to prove himself. He don't want to go out, end his career on. I'll have 1 year in Milwaukee where I got hurt. Then the next year in Milwaukee, I get all the way to the end and get hurt again. I think he wants to try to change up that narrative, or at least how he ends his career. But I wouldn't be mad at him retiring. I mean, he's had a
yeah.
great career already. So
But you know, I also would not mind seeing him, you know, not ring chase, but you know, be in that role, bro. Like, what if he do come back healthy and in 2 years he's still the shooter that he is right or always has been? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that don't go away.
off the
Jump shot
bench,
don't leave.
off the bench, bro. Like,
He's from Oakland. People
oh
have been
man,
saying, he might go out there to go with the Warriors, which I don't see that. I don't see him doing that. Teaming up with Steph and those guys out there. But I mean, it's a possibility. That's where he's from. So he might want to stay in
yeah,
California. Hopefully, the Kings or somebody like that doesn't get him. The Clippers doesn't really make sense. Everyone's gonna try to link him to the Lakers. That don't make any sense.
yeah. No, that'd be terrible. Waste of time.
Yeah, that's a way. That's a terrible way to test your lateral movement after coming back from Achilles injury. Is join a team where no one's playing defense.
Maybe if he maybe if he was playing this year, like this year right here, he
Mm-hmm.
did it, he was playing this year, maybe I would like the Lakers, but 2 years from now, Bron gonna be gone, bro.
Yeah,
It's not. It's yeah, no. It's gotta be Golden State. Unless he stay east.
he wanted to go to
I don't
Miami.
know.
That's when he first got traded. He wanted to get to Miami. Now that's an option. I don't.
Yeah.
He's not gonna win anything, but he could go to Miami and be a starting guard in the NBA still. Because other places, most
Orlando.
places, he's not gonna be a starter. Like if he goes to Orlando,
Orlando maybe?
he's not gonna start if he go to Orlando.
Who wait. Huh? Who's the starter?
Jalen Suggs and
Am I
and,
tripping?
and and Bane will start over him. He's gonna be 36 off an
Oh, okay,
Achilles.
they did just get Desmond Bain.
Yeah,
Desmond Bain got added. That's right. Okay. I couldn't think of
yeah.
I thought Jalen Suggs is hurt too.
Yeah, he is hurt, but that was last year. I think he tore his ACL last year.
Yeah.
So he's
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
back he's already gonna be back this season. That was like in January of last year, I think. So he should be back for this upcoming season. So I don't know. I don't know what Dame should do going into that. Do you think LeBron should have opted into his contract or not? Everybody been talking about that. Is he being selfish? He opted into his contract for $52 million. He should have took $20 million less, or should have signed for $15 million so they could have used that money. What do you think about LeBron opting in for the first time? He hasn't opted into any of his player options. I think his last 7 or 8 player options that he's had.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could be on both sides of it, bro. On the other side, but neither one is on the Lakers side.
Yeah.
But I can see. Um, yeah. First of all, he's not even making that much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like compared to where he actually is in the league,
All NBA
he's
second
getting
team.
exactly. Yeah, bro. Like that's a max contract. If it's anybody else, right?
Yeah.
If it's anybody else at any age,
You
bro, it's a
qualify for the
max contract.
Supermax
So,
if you make an All NBA team.
right.
So I don't.
And y'all trying because yeah, bro. But on the other hand, I wanted him to leave. Dip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, why we even bet?
Yeah.
Cool, go play. You made enough money, bro. Go ring chase. Who cares? I want to see you play basketball, bro. I don't care. I want to see you play championship basketball. Like, you don't even have to win. I am not liking the playoffs without LeBron in them, bro. And that's just straight up, man. Like, it's
Fact.
just not as entertaining. That's why I love Luka so much, man, because he's kind of the only person that been hitting game winners and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
just fun to watch. But Bron needs ain't like Bron not being playing championship basketball or just in the late rounds, bro. Like it don't hit the same, fam. And ain't nobody really playing to that level that I'm seeing, just dominating the like all phases of the game, bro. And I'm seeing like, dang, bro, like this dude was really in a different category of basketball, player, bro. Like he did everything, you know what I'm saying? And nobody's playing like that in my eyes. You got offensive specialists, you got inconsistent athletic young guards,
Yep.
but nobody's putting together a master class that Mike did, both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Braun did on both sides. Kobe did on both sides. It's just not hitting, bro. I want him to leave, man. Go play, go ring chase, bro. Go on the team for the low. You know what I'm saying? Because you made enough money. Like, hey, I'm here to play championship basketball. I'm trying to push all over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? You just go play basketball, not this, bro.
This because this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad to watch this upcoming season, man. For LeBron, but like you said, he just made All NBA second team. That's the supermax numbers. So saying he should have took less money, for the people that saying, oh, he should have signed the minimum so they can sign, that's not even legal. You can't do, the CBA will not allow you to do that. You cannot be a 20-something points game scorer, make an All-NBA team, and then sign for the vet minimum. You can't do that. It's collusion. So he can't even do that for the people that keep saying, why don't you just sign for $1 million? He made enough money. Second, what billionaire is giving up $50 million? Like, everybody's so busy counting LeBron pockets. Like, what did the owner give back $50 million? What if they lose? What if they go out and he takes less money, they get somebody and they lose? Is somebody supposed to give him the $50 million back? So no, of course I'm going to take this $50 million. This is your highest earning potential. I'm going to keep doing it. Yes, he's LeBron. He's got $1 billion already. He wants $50 million more. So he's going to get $50 million more. That doesn't even make sense.
Like, bro, where do y'all think the money's going after it's not spent? It goes back to the owner, bro.
Yes.
Like, it's just not sitting there. That's just the amount of money they can use. But the money going back in that account, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He saved money that year. Like, you feel me? I know, bro. They gotta pay, man. They gotta pay the price. If that was the case, trade him.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to see that.
Exactly. If you don't want to pay him the 50, trade him. And he got a no trade clause, so then he had to pick. I mean, that would be so dramatic. I wouldn't even want to see it because everybody would go so crazy. The drama. I think he would have left if Bronny wasn't signed to this team, and his son didn't just sign to Arizona, which is a 40-minute flight from LA. I think he would have left. When LeBron starts getting quiet around this time, this is when he starts leaving. It was all good in Cleveland, and then all of a sudden he gets a little quiet. He's in Miami. Even in Miami, he's okay, man. We didn't win it this year. We'll try again next year. LeBron ain't said nothing. Next thing you know, he back in Cleveland. So when he starts getting quiet like this is when he gets on the move. He's just not doing it because his son is there. He's not doing it yet. He opted in, so next year he's going to be an unrestricted free agent if he wants to play basketball again. That's what makes it interesting. And Luka has not signed an extension. So the Lakers might literally throw their whole franchise in the trash can because you traded Luka, you traded AD for Luka without LeBron knowing. So now he mad you traded his homeboy. Okay, it's cool. We got Luka though, so I'm not that mad. Then you don't build a team around him. Then the reports coming from LeBron's camp is they didn't even offer him an extension. It wasn't like, oh, he didn't sign an extension. He didn't get offered an extension, which means they're saying, hey, we're just going to wait to see when you go to free agency, what do you want to do? Okay, well, he might take offense to that, and then he might go back to Miami. He might go to Cleveland. He might do – who knows what he might do. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on this LeBron saga, I guess you said. I'm like you. I don't want to keep seeing the playoffs without LeBron, without KD and these guys, without Steph Curry. It just don't sit right. It's not hitting the same. We don't have back to the same conversation. We just don't have that star power. Shea is super nice. Shea is not. Would Shea be the best player in the league if we dropped in fifth year Carmelo Anthony right now? Is he one of the best players in the league, if not the best player in the league? I feel like we had so many stars in the 2000s, in the 2010s, in the 90s. And right now we're like looking around at like Shea and Ant? Are those our two biggest stars? If we're taking the old guys out?
Shea can have the throne, bro. Like Shea can claim that mantle. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing that he can do, like award wise. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the resume, bro. But now you just gotta make it entertaining for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it entertaining for us, and that's what it was, bro. Like, dude, I was just seeing something earlier, like the superstar battles. Like, what happened to the superstar battles on TV, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that don't that they don't even really, like, market the game like that no more, man. You know what I'm saying? So
It's a drama show.
I don't
Everything
know.
is it's Stephen A. versus LeBron. We don't even talk about the
Yeah,
game no more. So even if we did get those star battles, but to your point, we don't get those Carmelo's versus LeBron. We don't get those Kobe versus LeBron, Kobe versus D Wade. We don't see that. I don't, I don't want to be the old guy, but I seriously think the skill level is down from what it was 10 years ago. If we're talking about just think of who are our best scorers in the league. Okay, Luka is like that. Giannis is just running and dunking, and I like Giannis. I think Giannis is one of the best players in the league, but we all know he's just running and dunking. He's not doing anything super crazy. I'm talking about the skill scores, the Kobe's, the Carmelos, the KD's, the Dwayne Wade's,
it's
the Vince
it's
Carter's.
yeah, it's vanilla basketball, bro. Like, our stars are very vanilla. Like, I hate to say it, bro, but, like,
It's the truth.
Giannis is violent. You know what I'm saying? But there's really not no creativity to the game.
Mm.
You see that in Ron, Kyrie. You see it in Shea. Yeah, he got creativity to his game. It's just like it used to be that all top 10 guys had this, like, I don't know, man, just spontaneity to their game, bro. Like, you know
They
what
could
Giannis
score
gonna
any
do.
type
You
of
know
way.
how Jokic gonna score. Like, even the way LeBron is, like, kind of getting into, like, how he's just getting to his power drive to the, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
left shoulder or whatever you want to call it. But that was not always Bron, bro. Like,
No.
that's him in 40. You know what I'm saying? This dude, he up until like, 7 years ago. Like, 7 years ago, he had that creativity. Nah, even as soon as, like, 2020. I would say he never lost it. But right at this moment, top five players who got that. Tatum, maybe? Yeah,
No.
yeah, Tatum, I guess. Oh, you wouldn't give it to him either?
Tatum's pretty
Yeah, he
vanilla.
don't.
Tatum's pretty vanilla, man. I'm talking about the guys that I can give it to you on the block. I can give it to you 15 feet away on the block, and I know it's going to be a bucket. We just going to sit back and see how is it going to be a bucket. Is it going to be a jab step, no dribble pull? Is it going to be one dribble pull? Is it going to be pump fake up and under? Is it going to be pump fake get to the rim? Like now, Jason Tatum scores in transition in threes. That's it. I mean, he might get a mid range
Yeah,
every now and then, but it's transition buckets. It's pick and roll, and it's a three. That's it. We don't have. I mean, Kevin
that's the
Durant's probably
way.
the easiest or most creative scorer in the league right now, as far as I can get to my spots, and I got these 2 or 3 counters, and I can kill all y'all with these 2 or 3 counters. Everybody else is dunks
Wait a
and
second,
threes.
bro. Wait a second, bro. Okay, am I tripping, man, or you think this might be the blame is, like, the style of basketball and, like, the coaches?
Yes, all the
Because,
way
like,
up
am,
from
am I just
coaches
not
from
noticing?
yeah.
Who do you see nowadays that post up, like, on the wing, bro? Like, it's probably like 10, 15 feet, like 15 feet from the basket. Anybody
KD,
get, like, I run ISOs out of that?
KD.
KD still do.
I think another
What other?
guy that does it kind of, but it's not as consistent. Devin Booker can. Devin Booker can get to that 15-footer, jab step, and go no. Who can score with no dribbles? That's the guys I'm looking at.
Yeah, yeah, three dribble limits. Yeah, the dirt. Yeah,
Who can get over there? You got 1 to 2 dribbles, and you on the block. Can you score? You got a help side defender over here. You got weak side help. Can you score with just over here on the block, near the baseline? We give you the ball. It's not many guys that can do that. I'm looking at the top 10 scorers
But
from last year. None of those guys can do that outside of Shea and KD.
yeah,
Like Cade Cunningham doesn't have that. Anthony Edwards doesn't have that. Giannis doesn't have that. Brunson doesn't have that. Like, where are those guys at? That's
but
what
my
I'm looking for.
point, I asked about the coaches because, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I actually remember, like, Tatum. I don't know why I feel like I remember Tatum getting ISOs on the wing, bro. I feel like he used to work like that, but he stopped doing it.
Yeah, because he
You know
had
what
a
I'm
coach
saying?
called Ime Udoka who said, "Hey, you're 6'9", playing the 2. Go get on the block.
Yeah,
Stop with the
and
tween step back 3." I feel like Tatum does that every 3
but
times he touches the ball.
yeah, bro. Like, I don't like that, man. But yeah, you're right, bro. It's like the style of basketball is just not as appeasing, and like just leave, bro. Just leave, man.
Nor is
Just
efficient.
go.
It's not efficient. It's not. Kevin Durant just said it on the podcast with LeBron. It's not sustainable offense. Step back threes or
Yeah,
just manipulating, passing shots up just to kick out to a three. A guy that averages 6 points a game, kick it to him to shoot a three. That's not a sustainable offense. Sustainable offense is every time we come down, I can give you the ball right here, or I can manipulate the pick and roll like LeBron or Steve Nash or somebody like that. I just don't see that in the league, and I think it's hurting the league. Coaching has a part to do with it. Coaching has a big part to do with it, not just in the NBA level, but from
analytics.
AAU to everything. AAU does
Yeah,
it.
there's
People
got to
don't
be
practice
some
anymore.
analytics driven stuff.
Kids don't like college basketball. Don't even look the same. College basketball, it was boring, but at least it would teach people the fundamental. That don't even look the same. College basketball is finding a mismatch and manipulation and all this stuff. When the NBA switched to manipulation of finding a mismatch, that's when it started getting bad.
Yeah.
Because now we're doing
Wow.
that for the
Yeah.
whole 20 seconds of the shot clock, and then it didn't work. Now we just got to kick it to somebody for a bomb three, and then we did that 15 out of the 25 possessions this quarter. So like it's bad, man. It's nasty basketball. We just watched the Thunder win as good as they are. The Thunder is, hey, we're gonna give Shea the ball on the block and score. Outside of that, we're just gonna get steals. We're more athletic than you, and we actually want to play defense, and we're gonna score off of that. They want a championship off of that, off of effort. They like the AAU team that nobody can really shoot or dribble, but everybody's athletic. They got a bunch of football players, and they play 94 feet, full court press the whole game. That's pretty much the Thunder. Like, hey, we know y'all don't want to run the whole game. We do. We're going to play defense the whole game. We're going to get 80 of our points off of steals and fast breaks and mismatches, and then the other 30-something will come from Shea. So, I don't know. NBA is going to be interesting for this upcoming year, especially with LeBron. How is he going to handle his future now with his team looking like they're going to be trash? I mean, that's just what it is. Team looks like it's going to be bad next year. I want to go to some quick takes where we got some time here left on the show. Switch to a little bit of football here while we got some time on the show. Before we go to football, a couple more basketball takes. One of them being, talked about it yesterday, the Indiana Fever won the Commissioner's Cup, even without Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark was named the All-Star captain in the WNBA. Out of the two captains, I think it was her and Nafisa Collier, who's probably going to win the MVP in the WNBA. But Clark named the other captain. She got number one in fan ranking for the votes, but amongst players, she was voted the 9th best guard in the league by the players. Yesterday I said that this was just straight up hate, good old-fashioned hate. I have no idea. At this point, I'm actually confused. At the beginning, I kind of got it. They don't want somebody taking a shine. This rookie coming in here getting all this love. She ain't did nothing. Okay, now she's hooping, though. Now she's actually nice. She got a team to the playoffs. I think she's one of the best guards in the league, matter of fact. But for the players to vote her the ninth best guard, I thought was just straight up hate, man. What's your thoughts on Caitlin Clark's ranking by the players?
Yeah, man, that's nasty work right there, bro. Hey, shout out Angelisto. She been turned on as of late.
She hooped in front of
can't-
Candace Parker the other day when she got her jersey
yeah,
retired.
but ladies, y'all tripping talking about this lady is the 9th best player.
Ninth
Boy,
best guard.
we
She
actually
didn't even say
watching
best
this year.
player. She ninth
I
best
gotta-
guard.
Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all gotta know we watching this year. We paying attention now. Like you ain't gonna let y'all get away with this though, bro. Like y'all wanna talk about all the other stuff that be going on, cool. But when it comes to actually hooping, she's hooping.
Yes.
She's hooping. 9th, come on, y'all. Be better.
I don't get it. Like how was she the ninth best player? I don't get the hate. Why did y'all still hating her? I already said yesterday, if she goes out there and wins the MVP, or if she wins the NBA or the WNBA championship, all the other teams have to go back to Spirit flights, since y'all want to be ungrateful and get mad. And y'all, like she didn't bring y'all these charter planes. Go ahead and get back to the middle seat. Everybody that loses and voted for a ninth is going back to the middle seat where y'all can sit for the next flights. I don't get it, man. Saying she's the ninth best guard is crazy to me. I think in the game, she's been hurt this season, but in the game she's played, she's been good. We've seen her get triple doubles. We've seen her shooting from 30 or 40. She came back a couple of weeks ago, her first game off of playing back from an injury. She beats the defending champs and gave them their first loss of the year in the New York Liberty. So ninth best guard, man, y'all got to stop, man. I think that's just a little bit of hate left in y'all's heart. Y'all need to get that hate out. Don't know why y'all hating on this girl, but let's go ahead and end it. And for the WNBA, like I said yesterday, got to do better. We can never, ever, ever see somebody else win win something. It wasn't a championship, but it was the Commissioner's Cup. They won a tournament, and they was drinking Bud Light in the locker room. We can't allow that to happen. WNBA has better resources than that, than to have to watch these young, athletic women shotgunning beers after winning a championship. That shouldn't. I know OKC got leftover champagne because nobody on that team drinks. Somebody bring them some of that leftover champagne and let them use that so we don't have to watch them shotgunning a beer like we at a frat party and this is supposed to be a professional league. And then there's ladies. Like, come on, man.
Oh, my God.
Bro, it was bad. I seen them celebrating and they cracking beers open. I said, nah, somebody couldn't have ran to the gas station.
That's not real, bro.
Bro, I promise you, look at all their celebrations. They're in there drinking beer. These are professional athletes, mid-season, cracking beers open. Matter of fact, I think Caitlin Clark put one in the cup in the trophy and was passing it around for people to drink out of. I said, this is nuts. They got to do something about this. that was pretty nasty.
That's nuts. Yeah. I'm actually appalled, bro. Please, y'all, bro. Where was they at when they won?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in Indiana. That's who won it. I'm not sure where the game was at. I think it was in Indiana.
Oh, y'all gotta put together a welcome box or something, bro.
You know, when you first walk into the liquor store and they got those little dollar liquor, y'all could at least got them, bro. Y'all went to the gas station and got a 24-pack. And just said, all right, here y'all go. Congratulations. That is crazy.
Like it's the 4th of July.
Yeah, like it's like you know when you got the guys to work outside, man. You know, they after they get off work, the gas station be full. They all get an individual 24-pack to themselves. And that's what they did last night. Somebody had one of those left over and said, "Here y'all go. I got a 24-pack I wasn't using. Congratulations on winning. Here y'all go right here." But yeah, they got to change that up, man. WNBA, do better and stop hating on Caitlin Clark, man. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, if she win that championship, all y'all going back to the middle seat. That's what I vote for. Since y'all want to be mad at her for no reason, but shout out Caitlin Clark, man, and shout out to the Fever for bringing home that Commissioner's Cup in the WNBA. One more basketball.
Seriously, because we are talking about them.
Go ahead.
Nah, my bad. I was just saying. I just want to add, bro. We are actually like watching.
Yeah, ain't nothing else to watch in the summer. I ain't watching no golf or baseball. Hot dog eating contest.
Crazy.
Might well watch the WNBA. Ain't nothing else on TV. And like you said, I'm actually watching this year. I hate that Caitlin Clark keeps getting hurt. I think right now she's hurt. The Fever are playing against the Las Vegas Aces, but she's hurt right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. One more basketball topic before I go over to some NFL. Malik Beasley has been in the news for, the wrong reasons, potentially betting on games and things like that. But even more news has come out about Malik Beasley's habits, I guess you could say, or his debts that he has. Not only is he under investigation right now and has the potential to lose his NBA career if they do find out he was betting on these games, he also has had his actual checks from the Detroit Pistons are being garnished. You know those commercials where they try to scare you on there? If you don't want your wages garnished, he's getting his wages garnished by a dentist who he owes over $60K to, and by a barber shop owned by Dan Gilbert in Milwaukee that I guess lets the NBA players keep a tab. He owes $26,000 to the barbershop. Owes over $60K to a dentist. And he's actually getting his actual checks garnished like he has child support by this dentist and barbershop. So Malik Beasley's life is all over the place. This isn't just a one-off. I didn't even really know if he did it. I still don't know. But at this point, I'm leaning towards he did it. How many other people do you owe money? I think he's got kids. He probably got child support. Like, do you see any of your check? We need to ask Malik Beasley, is he okay at this point?
How do you not have that money?
How do you owe the barbershop $26,000? What type of haircuts were you getting?
Didn't he get a contract?
No, he was just about to sign.
You know
He was
what?
just about to sign like a 3-year, $40 million with the Pistons. But then all the news came out that day, and he hadn't got signed.
Oh my God. I thought he had already gotten a contract.
He was just
Okay,
about to
that's why you
sign.
shouldn't count other people's pockets. No, man, that's crazy, bro. I hate to have to count your pockets on national radio, man, but that's nuts. What are you doing? This is a real fumble. You know what I'm saying? Because like, some people make one big mistake and they lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like he made a couple, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he had multiple chances to turn this situation around, and he's still he's still where he at, man.
He
Like
owed a dentist.
I think
Like, what are you doing? Like you're in the
that means he
NBA
sued you over this, bro.
and
He
won.
sued you.
Won. They were taking the check. They were taking money out of his checks, which means he sued you and
You know
won.
how many bad decisions you gotta make to owe money to the dentist, bro? To where he gotta sue you. You know how many like decisions that is, bro?
That is that
Like in
that
a
was
row.
shocking. Yeah, to owe these people, and I think this is all in Milwaukee. He didn't even play for Milwaukee last year. He played for Detroit. So this is old. This is all money he's still paying on that he hadn't paid in 2 years at this point. So
That makes sense, bro. That he was dating that lady, bro. That
yeah,
makes sense.
he was the first one to get Larsa Pippen before she started dating Michael Jordan Jr. or whatever his name is. So yeah, that was Malik Beasley, man. I don't know what's going on in your life, bro, but you need to change it. If they found out that you gambled on these games, you are toast because you don't have any more wages for them to garnish. So you're toast because it's a lifetime ban in the NBA. If you get caught betting, you're banned for life. So there's no more playing. You're gonna be in
Bro.
Israel shooting threes, trying to get your wages ungarnished. So I'm
Bro,
like,
what was
that's
that
bad.
toast? You remember that toast from Madden, bro? They used to be on
Oh,
the
yeah.
loading screen. You know what I'm talking about? That was a crazy picture, man.
That's Malik Beasley. That's gonna be
Yeah.
his new picture, his new profile pic. That's wild, bro. I don't. You're making bad decisions. I don't know if you don't have a financial advisor, you don't have a girlfriend, you don't have a mom, you don't have somebody. No one's telling you the right things in your life right now. So I'm gonna need you to stop it, man. So we got to do better. We got to do better than that, Malik Beasley. Hopefully they don't find you guilty, because if not, you're done. You're done. There's no other way to sell it right there. The NBA. We've talked a lot about the NBA today and some of the things going on in it, but something else has to be going on in the NBA. Why are all these owners selling the teams? Is what I want to figure out. In the last 5 years, we've seen the Hornets get sold, Sixers get sold, the Celtics get sold, the Lakers get sold. Like, what is going on? That multiple NBA owners are
know.
getting out right now, and then the two top franchises at that being so. I think Timberwolves got sold in the last 4 or 5 years. That deal just finalized with A-Rod becoming the owner out there. Something is happening. I don't know exactly what it is, but something is going on that we don't know about that is making all these owners sell their teams. I don't know if the contracts are starting to outweigh the profit or something. Something has to be going on to where the Celtics, the Lakers, at some point I get it because it's like, you want to sell while you're high. I get the Lakers doing it and the Celtics, honestly, because Celtics coming off a chip, it's the most valuable you're going to be at the time. Let's go ahead and sell and get rich. The Lakers, super valuable right now because you got LeBron and Luka, and then Jeannie Buss and all them were literally the brokest ownership group in sports. So of course they sold it because they want to be able to make $10 billion. So yeah, I'm not sure why exactly all these teams are selling. Do you enjoy a good conspiracy like myself? Anything you could think of that why these teams would be selling 5 or 6 NBA teams all back to back to back to back?
Man, you can probably blame 2 of the most famous people in the world for that one, man. I'm gonna say it, bro. It could be LeBron retiring, or it could be something to do with old Trumpy, man.
You think Dirty T got something to do with this?
I think, I don't know, man. Who else could it be, bro? It's gotta be he on the list for everything else.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
man,
I
I
don't
don't know. I don't know, bro. Like I think something. If I'm not really alarmed right now, though, because if it's like the valuations for the Celtics and the Boston, Celtics and Boston, Celtics and LA was just crazy. If they got $10 billion for like wasn't even a full thing.
Yeah, they still
Like
have
it
a
was like
small
for
ownership.
50%.
It was over 50,
Okay.
maybe 60 or 70% of it got sold to them.
Okay. So it's even more than that. Dang. Like,
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, man, it's either LeBron finna everybody know LeBron finna retire, and the rest of the world feel like us. This ain't really that interesting no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hard to really get. I mean, it's still interesting, but it's like there ain't no magic to it no more, and they sell it. But I really think a small market team is gonna have to sell for me to like, panic and be like, ah,
I mean, the
you know what
Hornets
I'm
sold
saying?
and
But
the
that's how
Timberwolves sold. Hornets sold a couple
this
years
year.
ago. Nah, a couple years ago. I'm saying within the last 5 years, I think
Oh, in the
six
last five
teams.
years.
Yeah, the Timberwolves have sold. The Hornets have sold. I think the Sixers. They're not small market, but I think the Sixers sold as well. I mean, there's just been multiple teams that have sold. Like maybe it's something to do with LeBron. I don't know if it got something to do with Dirty T or not. I mean, it could. Who knows? But for all these teams to sell back to back to back, I just feel like something fishy is going on. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'm gonna do some more investigating to try to figure out why in the world all these people would be wanting to sell right now. A couple more quick takes here. While we got some time left on the show, talk a little bit of football. Amon-Ra St. Brown had Saints rookie Tyler Shook on his podcast a couple of days ago, where he said that Amon-Ra was explaining how he is going into now his 5th or 6th year, I believe, in the NFL. But the rookie Tyler Show and Amon-Ra came out in the same class of high school. They graduated high school the same year. Amon-Ra is going to his 5th or 6th year of the NFL pros. He's got a second contract and everything. He's been an All-Pro, NFC Championship, all this stuff. One of the other top recruits in his class, Tyler Shook, is just not getting to the NFL for his first year. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm tired of seeing these old guys playing college football, and then we overdraft them, like Dylan Gabriel, like Tyler Shook, seeing all these guys that were 50-something years old playing against some kids and wondering why they were doing good. They should do good. They've got a coach's perspective now. That's what they should be doing. They've seen all this already. Stetson Bennett was like 26 when they won with Georgia. It was like they went back to back. Should he be a top pick? No. He's supposed to go back to back. He was in high school when the dudes he was playing against was in 4th grade. He's supposed to win. So I don't know what that's about. What do you think about Tyler Shook though? Them calling him out. He said it's just a testament that you shouldn't compare yourself to other people. That's what Tyler Shook said in his response. But I don't think he has anything else he could say. What do you think about them being in the same class coming out of high school?
I don't like it, bro. I'm just gonna say, bro, like I'm trying to say I don't want to say nothing crazy, but I definitely feel because I had to catch myself, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say something wrong. But I don't know nothing about this dude. I have to wait till training camp to see him throw the ball, bro. But right now, if I'm a Saints fan, like I'm never forgiving the ownership, bro. Like or whoever made that decision. 'Cause I feel like they was one of the teams that said we're not drafting him. You know what I'm saying? That's how that made me feel. You know what I'm saying? Some of the call came from above, or organizational type thing. And I don't know, man. Shout out to that dude. Congrats on making it to the NFL, bro.
And he's older. I think
you.
he said he was a month older
Yeah.
than Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's been in
Man,
the league
Amon
for
Ra's a
6 years.
vet, bro. He's a vet. So I'm just, bro. We knew this was gonna happen though. Like I have not watched you play a lick of football, but I seen Dylan Gabriel. Okay, that will never work.
Never.
All right, so
Never.
I just, bro. Yeah, but it's let's see how he plays, man. That's the best thing I can tell you, bro. Like let's see how he plays.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about Tyler Shook. They were the first guys to, in my opinion, to stick their fork in the ground and say we're not drafting Shador. When you take Tyler Shook in like the second or third pick in the second round over not only Shador but every quarterback pretty much besides Cam Ward and Jackson Dart, I would have picked Quinn Ewers before I picked Tyler Shook. Like I don't, maybe they know something I don't, but just going off the history of NFL GMs, that's not true. They just actually really don't know what they're doing a lot of the times. Honestly, they're kind of guessing, playing a guessing game out there. But that was kind of funny seeing that Tyler Show is the same age, actually a month older than Amon-Ra, who's been in the league for like 6 years already. Want to go over to some QB rankings, man. This is a debate. Last week we were on here and we talked about that CBS top 25 players of all time list. That was absolutely horrible. But it sparked some more debate just with me talking with other people about it, about a couple of these quarterbacks. And these are some older ones that I want to bring up first before I talk about the quarterbacks going into the next season. 4 quarterbacks from before that I want you to rank, and I'll rank them too. Or where do you have these guys? Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger. Those are the 4 names, 1 through 4. How do you rank those guys? I left out Tom Brady out of there because obviously we will put him at 1. All the rest of these are subjective on where you will put these guys at. So if hearing those 4 names, where would you rank those guys 1 through 4?
What was you said the last 2 were Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees.
Okay, Peyton 1, Rodgers 2, Brees 3, Roethlisberger 4. I only rank Aaron Rodgers over Drew Brees because Drew Brees never had years and he was the best quarterback to me. I feel like there was a window where Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback.
I agree. That was my list all the way. Peyton Manning at 1, Aaron Rodgers at 2, Drew Brees at 3, and Roethlisberger at 4. I think Roethlisberger is clearly 4 out of that. The Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers one, I get it for some people to saying Drew Brees, to give him some respect, because I feel like he gets left out of a lot of quarterback conversations. To give him the respect, though, only one person has thrown for 5,000 yards 3 times, and that's Drew Brees. He did it 5. 3 of those 5 times, he did it 3 years in a row. So that's pretty nuts to be able to do that. But he doesn't have any MVPs. Aaron Rodgers got 4 of them. So he's definitely got to be there. And then I think Peyton Manning's resume is just right there as being untouchable, right under, Joe Montana and Tom Brady. And eventually Patrick Mahomes too.
Bro, I heard somebody say something that describes how I feel about Peyton Manning, like, perfectly. It was on the Cowboys radio at 105.3. I heard. But he said that when Brady was like at his best, Brady was always on his A game. But when Peyton was on his A game, he was better than Brady. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt about them. And I was like, dang, that is like the perfect way to explain that, bro. Like that's exactly how it was, bro. Like he peaked higher, like, in my eyes. So yeah.
He peaked higher multiple times. And we know all the battles they had in the 2000s. Peyton Manning, as much as he failed in some of those playoffs, we're not going to act like Tom Brady's team wasn't way better. At least defensive-wise. They were way better. Not a little bit. Oh, they had a couple people. They were way better. Willie McGinnis, Teddy Bruschi, Ty Law, Junior Say, like they were way better. Richard Seymour, Rodney Harrison. Like their defense was loaded. Indianapolis was just Dwight Freeney, Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Edgerrin James. That's it.
Now, they had players on defense, bro, but like they didn't have like
that.
They had Bob. And
they had Bob when Peyton's neck was broke. That's when Bob Sanders won a MVP or Defensive Player of the Year. When Peyton's neck was broke.
I'm just saying he was always good though. Like, he
was always good, but that was the latter part of Indy. And then Peyton Manning won. They won when he had Bob Sanders, and at the end of that's when they won their Super Bowl.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. They were just missing like the guts of the defense though. They had good ends, Mathis, I think, and
that was towards the end when they got Robert Mathis.
That was the very end.
Dwight Freeney was there for majority of it.
But who was their linebackers though, bro?
Nobody. The linebackers was terrible.
Always had weak.
Corners was terrible. Safeties outside of Bob Sanders towards the end was terrible.
Yeah, Brady's teams was always better. But they did have some stars though.
No, they had stars, but the Patriots teams were better. That's why they were winning. If we're talking about peak for peak, Peyton Manning came back after his neck was broken at 30-something, not an injury at 21. Well, I think when Tom Brady tore his ACL, he was like 28, 29. Talking about an injury at 30-something where you break your neck, where people retire from the NFL. This man came back and threw 55 touchdowns, 2 bums. Sorry to all those dudes. Rest in peace to Bebe, Demaryius Thomas, all those dudes. But come on now. Those are not stars. That wasn't Randy Moss. We watched Tom go out there and throw 50 touchdowns with Randy Moss and Wes Welker. We watched Peyton Manning go out there and do it with Julius Thomas and Brandon Stokely and Eric Decker. Those are his receivers. And he threw 55. Still hasn't been touched by anybody to throw 55 touchdowns. Like, come on, man. Peyton Manning, the debate was going back and forth. Is Aaron Rodgers better than Peyton Manning? And I'm saying no. I think Peyton Manning did more I think he did more with less talent for one. And I think he was just better. At his peak, at his A game, it's really almost nobody I'm taking over Peyton Manning. Dude was a monster.
Aaron Rodgers can throw the ball harder. That's about it. But
yeah, he's definitely got a bigger arm.
A quarterback, though, like, he wasn't more accurate. I don't care what you say. He wasn't more accurate. Bro, just the manipulation, bro. He made, like, watch him. He made the whole pre-read, pre-snap. He made that. Like, that was him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That whole dance he used to do, man, like with the linebackers.
And he was his own offensive coordinator. They told me quit throwing that in, but I'm going to say it every single time. Dude is calling his own plays and audibles.
Yeah, like, this is definitely when Peyton was on, bro, he's the best quarterback that ever played, man. Like, ever. It's hard for me
to debate that. It's hard for me to debate that, man. I think Peyton Manning, and he was playing for the Colts. I wasn't a Peyton Manning fan. I hated Manning. He destroyed the Texans every chance he got. And then as soon as he left, they went and got Andrew Luck, who I might start bringing up more and talking about because he's a guy that got forgotten about, I guess, since he retired early. Andrew Luck was a problem. Andrew Luck was so cold, they said, Peyton Manning, you can leave. We just got done talking about how cold Peyton was. They said, we are good. You cool. We cool, bro. You can go to whatever team you want to go to, because that's how nice Andrew Luck was. But yeah, man, that was I think I had the same as you as far as those ranking. The next one going into next season. How do you rank these guys? Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. How do you rank these guys going into next season?
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Okay. I have to. You might not agree with this, bro, but I'm going to go Lamar, Josh, Patrick. That's not right.
I mean, I can't really disagree with that. I think we're getting to that point, and people are saying it's disrespectful. I seen them talking about it on whatever show LaShawn McCoy's on. I seen them talking about it on there. And is this the end of not Mahomes being the end of Mahomes? Is it the end of us just going into every single year and saying, okay, Mahomes is the best player, he's the best quarterback, he's the best yada, yada, yada? Because in my opinion, he's one more season away, like last year, from being 3 or 4 in the league, which is nothing wrong with that. He's still going to have all the same accolades. He's still going to be Patrick Mahomes, but we can't just keep going into every year and seeing him have mediocre stats and just saying, but we know he's all the best. We know it. Well, how are we going to know? Especially if he's not winning the Super Bowl. When he's winning the Super Bowl, of course that covers it up. He makes the plays when it matters at the end. Okay, that's cool. But what about if he doesn't win? Are we just going to sit back and say he's still the best quarterback even though every week he's throwing for 190, 1 touchdown, 1 pick? I can't do that. Not with Josh Allen putting up ridiculous numbers. Not with Lamar Jackson looking like clearly the best player in the NFL to me. If we're talking about just player, no one is doing more than what Lamar Jackson's doing. So I'm like you. I'm getting closer to putting Mahomes towards the end of that list. Now, I know people say, oh, this is sacrilegious and it's crazy, it's Mahomes and all that. We got to get out of that, man. I think he had his era because I'm going into this next season. We'll see how it looks. But I'm to the point where I'm going to start picking the Chiefs to not win, to not get out the AFC.
Yeah.
I'm borderline of them not winning their division. The Denver Broncos are going to be really good next year. So I'm borderlining on them not even winning their division next year. And they've won like 10 straight. So I'm like you, man. It's tough. It's tough for me to go in there and say, Mahomes is the clear-cut favorite for next year. He's the clear-cut best quarterback, or even the Chiefs. But we'll see, how this next season plays out. Who's going to win the MVP? I feel like we're in a battle right now between Josh Allen and Lamar for who's going to win the MVP every year. Joe Burrow, tries to throw his name in the hat. His team is just too sorry, honestly, to even be into that. Even though he's right up there with those guys, in my opinion. As far as talent-wise,
I'll tell you who's going to win MVP.
Who is it?
Dak.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Next subject. I'm not finna do this.
I'm telling you, bro.
He's not winning no MVP, dog. Come on, bro.
2023.
Did I?
It's happening, bro.
Were you on here when I did the over or under for the Cowboys wins to start off the first 5 games?
No,
Okay.
no,
I'm
no.
gonna ask you then because I asked Rocky. I know he's a Cowboys fan. I think I must have asked PJ too. So let me go to their schedule real quick, and this is how we can end it off since you think he's gonna be MVP. Well, I was asking them what's the over and under for wins in the first 5 games. Is it over or under 3 wins? First 5 games, they open up at Philly. They come back home week 2 to play the Giants. They go back on the road to Soldier Field and play the Bears in week 3. Back at home to play against the Packers in week 4 on Sunday Night Football. Week 5 at the Jets. Over or under 3 wins?
3.
Okay, right on the money. So so they get their wins of who? New York, Chicago, and the other New York.
Yep. I do. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at
No, I'll say 4. I'm gonna say 4, bro, because we're winning the season opener, bro.
that. All right. See, that's when it just y'all not winning the season.
Super Bowl slump, bro.
Y'all not winning the season. Oh, at Philly on ring night. Nah,
Yeah, for sure.
nah, man. I don't. Who's going to be the driving force for the Cowboys this year? Right before we get off, is it the offense? Is it going to be Micah Parsons? Is the defense going to go back to turning the football over with Diggs and Bland finally being healthy? What's going to be that driving force?
Sophomore slump at the cornerback position, bro. Sophomore slump at the cornerback position. The Cowboys will win 4 games. We'll look bad probably in those losses, but Dak is going to have probably, 5 games? He's going to have 15 touchdowns, bro.
Ooh.
Just because of the red zone, or like 13 to 15 touchdowns. Bro. After 5 games.
So you're high on Dak
Is that
this
low?
year. No, that's 12 in 5 games, about
That's
two and a half a game.
2.5 a game.
2.5 a game. That ain't bad.
Yeah.
That's doable. I can see Dak doing that even if they was 0-5. Honestly.
Yeah, I probably gotta up that number. I'll stay at 15 touchdowns, bro.
So that's different. That's 3 a
I'm-
game. That's if he's throwing 3 a game, there's a high chance they're gonna win most of those games.
I mean, hey, I just think where we're weak at is on the defensive side of the ball, and I think that's where we're gonna get gallows, bro. We're not gonna be able to stop the run still, but I think the offense is gonna put up points, bro. That was we couldn't do nothing in the red zone for the last 2 years because we ain't had a red zone target. Like we pretty much got a cheat code in the red zone, bro. Throw the ball up, he gonna come down with the ball probably a lot, bro. Like he making catches, and I know it's just practice, bro, but I just kind of forgot who Dez was, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
he's the closest
that was
thing to
actually
Dez
a
that
cheat
y'all
code.
had. For sure.
Yeah,
He's the
and
closest thing to Dez.
Dez was a cheat code, bro. Like
That's
him
what
and
I'm
Megatron.
that's what I'm questioning is is Dak consistent enough to throw those? Because I feel like that's where him and
I don't
Dez
think he
fell
gotta
out.
be accurate. I don't think
Okay.
he gotta be that accurate, bro.
No,
You
I
know
don't.
what
I
I'm
don't think
saying?
he
I
had to be
think-
that accurate with Dez. I think that's where him and Dez fell out. He wouldn't.
I don't think
he
they were
wasn't throwing
throwing
those.
Dez the ball though.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
think he
right.
was throwing
You're
Dez
right.
the
I
ball.
think that was an organization. I think they was trying to tarnish Dez at the end of his career. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, trying to get him for the cheap, bro. They trying to, because he's coming up, you know what I'm saying? But he got hurt, so I didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, bro, I think Dak is gonna have like a 37 plus touchdown a year. Yeah, at least 37 touchdowns, bro. And we gonna be wild card team. Like, I mean, I know it's just one bye now, but you know, high wild, like 2. Okay, I'll say 3 seed, 3-4 seed, bro. I really think like we're gonna be up there, man. Like we'll lose to the Eagles 1 game. But yeah, bro, I think Dak got a cheat code, man. Like he got the best. If he don't do nothing with this, he's trash. I always say that wherever and ever, bro. Dak is trash. If he can't turn this into at least 37 touchdowns, bro.
Well, that's 2
Okay,
things I
I
agree
like
with
so-
you on. I think he's going to have a good season like that. And I do also agree, if he does not have a good season, he's trash. This is all built up to Dak. This is the Dak Prescott season. Like, this entire season is about one guy, if we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Their success lies on the shoulders of number 4. Just point blank, that just is what it is, man. If he has a great season, they can be a wild card team. They can potentially upset somebody in the playoffs. If he has a mediocre season to bad season, then all this goes up, and it's going to get blown up. The whole team's going to get blown up. They're going to get rid of everybody besides Michael Parsons and oh boy, the guard y'all got. Outside of that,
I don't think they blow it up, bro. I just think Dak is gone. Like, I think they like what they got everywhere else.
Yeah,
bro,
I do too.
How they building
I do
team.
too. I can see that. They'll keep
Dak
those other
is
guys
out of here, bro.
Yeah, this is all on him. This is all on Dak. They got a tough stretch in the middle of the season. So they're gonna have to start off, like you said, 4-2, somewhere in there. Because after the Jets, they play the Panthers. So 4-2, 5-1, somewhere like that. Because they got a stretch where they got the Eagles. Once they get to Thanksgiving, because I think that in there when they're playing the Eagles, no, right before Thanksgiving. The game right before Thanksgiving, they got the Eagles, the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, Detroit, Vikings, Chargers, and Commanders. That's a tough stretch, especially at the end of the season when guys could potentially be beat up, all those type of things. So before they get into that stretch, they gotta have a winning record, or it's gonna be death when they get to that part. That's a season ruiner. If you go into there, 4-5, and you go into those, your season might be done. So this is all on Dak. This is all on Dak, man. What is he gonna do? What is Schottenheimer gonna do? Will they figure out the running back room? I think it'll be better than last year, so really don't matter. They got options. Last year, they didn't even have options. This year, they at least have some options going into it. But the Cowboys, upcoming season, man, they got a show coming out in August, I think, about Jerry Jones, the life of the day in the life of Jerry Jones or something like that, whatever it's going to be. So we'll see what that's going to be like, and we'll definitely be keeping up with the Cowboys for as we get closer and closer to the season. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us. We're out of time here today on Centex Primetime to close out the week. The 4th of July is tomorrow. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Next week, we'll have some shows. They might not be at the exact regular time. In the beginning part of the week, I'll be at Big 12 Media Day next week. So we'll change up some of the way how we do some of the shows. But we'll bring you guys some content for sure, and we'll definitely get you some behind-the-scenes content from Big 12 Media Day out there in Frisco as well. I want to thank everybody for watching. As always, subscribe to the YouTube, Centex Sports Network / Centex Sports TV. Also, subscribe to the website, CentexSportsNetwork.com. That is CentexSportsNetwork.com. Make sure you guys go over there and get subscribed. You can follow me on Instagram. You'll see my handle at the bottom ticker at Jalen Gillis. And you can also follow the show on Instagram at Centex Primetime as well. I want to thank Kyrell for jumping on here with us to end off the week with a strong show. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. We will see you guys next week. Everybody have a great weekend.